tonight. I've been bumping this all week. That's why I had to play it. But welcome to G Vibes. It's your girl G9 in the building. And we got Sherard here another week, another day, another dollar. And we got Rashid on the ones and twos. Thank you.
On the ones and twos.
I thought that, don't it go with that, the ones and twos? No. Because ain't he the DJ / engineer?
I'm just rolling with you.
I mean,
I just laughed.
Would you call you the DJ too, Rashid? Rashid is the DJ / engineer / overseer, like that? No? Yeah?
I guess technically.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of G Vibes. It's your girl Jenny. Once again, I wanted to say, I hope everybody out there being safe. I seen the DMV open. Did you see that, Sherard?
I mean, they've been open.
They have. This is the first time I seen it today.
But I mean, they've been doing appointments. I didn't know they was just letting.
No, they had a whole line like around the corner almost.
Man, well,
them ain't no appointments if that line was that long.
Well, just get ready.
No, they could be appointments because lines that long. They could be from.
It was not even looking social distance like.
Well, just get ready at work. That's all I can tell you.
What do you mean? Like it's gonna be more patients?
Of course.
Definitely, I feel that. I mean, we don't know when the virus is going to end or if it's never going to. I don't believe it will end. I would think it's like the flu. You may get it, you may not. Sometimes you get it, sometimes. I think it's going to be something like that. What do you feel?
I mean, it'll be something we'll just be living with, like chicken pox, like measles, like everything.
The rest
else.
of everything that we be living with. Yep, you're right.
And they've already been in development of something to actually answer the coronavirus.
Oh, the vaccine that they trying to give us to help us, not help us?
So
yeah.
what they say.
Yeah,
That's what they say. But
Well,
we don't really know the deal.
Well, so far they've only had one successful test run, so one, we just need to do more testing.
I won't take it.
Me either. We already know what that is. But if Trump ever listens to this, I don't want to know what I know, so I ain't going to say nothing. I'm keep my mouth closed. I'll tell y'all over here what it is.
Who knows if he knows?
If Trump.
You never know, because Obama could be listening to me. You never know. I told you I'm going to be the next Oprah, but Janine Alexander, not Oprah. You know what I'm saying?
That's Obama. That's different. This is Trump we're talking about.
Trump listens to everybody. Anybody that hate on him, anybody that say something about him, he got something to say. He might be listening to me one day. Y'all got to be thinking about it.
You didn't say nothing bad about him. You just said you won't take the vaccine. That's it.
No, I know I didn't say nothing bad, but he like to listen to his name, period. You see, he want somebody to announce everything he done did. Every chance he get, he talk about what Obama didn't do or what he is doing right now. Like, can you worry about being a president?
That's not what it's about for him.
What is it about, you think?
This is popularity for him.
Yeah, I think it's like fun for him. I think this is like all the cameras is on me.
Man, it's the greatest TV show you could ever have.
That's what he said. Didn't he say that?
Yeah, it's popularity and ego for him.
Yeah, that's it.
That's all it is.
It's not about being a president.
No.
And helping people or nothing like that.
No.
Oh, he helping some people, just not us.
Right. Because he thought that $1,200 did something. I mean, it helped some people. I ain't even going to take that from him. It helped some people.
Yeah, because...
Should it even help me? I ain't going to lie.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, like when he's trying to say, "Oh, look how much better I am than the former president." That's his ego talking.
You can say that all you want to. You shouldn't even be thinking about what the other president did. You should be worried about what you doing.
Well, he's also
period.
Undo.
That's like thinking about the past, what somebody didn't do, what somebody did do. You can't think about what happened in 1992. You can only think about what happened in 2020.
Donald Trump. Yeah.
We should have played that. Okay. R.I.P. to Nip. And YG, we see you. Man. Okay, so guys, how did you guys feel about the Nelly and Luda versus? Because this weekend it was the versus of Luda. And let me tell you, I lost $20, y'all, because honestly, I don't think people know how many good songs that Nelly has. Like, he has really good songs. And so I bet it my guy on Nelly, and Luda won. I ain't even gonna lie about it. I had to give him the $20. I bet $20. I had to give my man the $20 after like the middle of
the cold part about it. I forgot all about the bet. The only reason why you took Nelly is because you think he cute. That's it.
I liked Murphy Lee back in the day. Murphy Lee was my man.
But it don't matter. Nelly don't have that many hits like that.
Yes, he do.
Just because they played a lot of songs on the radio don't mean they hits.
Hold on.
That's true. That's true, but.
Okay, now, first of all, I didn't even listen to the battle, but I already knew Luda was going to win. because Luda actually has a lot more hit songs.
But
compared to
Luda been
Nelly.
on. But Luda has also been featured on a lot.
That's
of
the okay. So
big
do you
songs.
think? Okay, so do you think it counts when they're playing featured songs? Because I
Everybody
feel
has
like
played feature songs.
I
though.
know, but they to me this verses play more feature songs than their regular songs.
See,
this time.
because she bet now you can't play the features.
No,
Everybody
I
been
take.
playing features the
Are you
whole
trying to
time.
say I'm saying that because I bet at you?
Salty?
No, I'm not salty because I said Luda won. Now salty would be me not saying that Luda won. Me would say that Nelly won. That would be some
But you
saltiness.
complaining about features now when everybody been playing features ever since
But
it
like
started.
their features is different.
How?
The features I'm talking about, what I'm trying to say is, like, I feel like between both of them, they play more features than any verses so far.
How? When you had Timberland and Swiss Beats.
Okay, I didn't watch that verse. I'm talking about from John Tay to Neo on.
They played features too. I mean, Jonte, what
Well,
song he sing
they
on?
was on songwriting. They was on their songwriting tip.
Okay.
And then we had Little John and
T-Pain.
T-Pain on their producer slash their song tip.
Low-key,
They
that
could
might
do
have been
that.
The best verses.
But
T-Pain and
so far you take T-Pain and
shit was
Lil Jon.
jamming.
Okay, so for me, I'm taking John Tay and Neo as the best verses so far.
Okay.
What did you see the verses? Do you know what verses is, Rashid?
I know the verses. I just don't.
Watch it.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and let's shout out to the Queens. They had the vibe going.
They had the click vibe.
They had the vibe going. Erykah Badu and Jill Scott. Oh,
I love
man.
them, but I wasn't in tune to theirs as much as I was with John Tay and Neo's. I'm just saying who I listened to from the beginning to the end. And I like the verses with John Tay and Neo the best. But you're going to give it up to them, too. I'm giving it up to them, too, because they are the queens. And I like how they are so positive and they love each other. And they show that the whole time on verses. They showed how much they respected each other. And that's what it's about. So
Right.
who are you ready for the verses? Because remember they was thinking about Usher and JT, which is Justin Timberlake. They was thinking
That's a
about...
wash.
Yeah, I think that Usher and Justin Timberlake wouldn't... Justin... and JT been out. I mean, Usher and Justin Timberlake's been out they've been out long enough to have the
Yeah,
songs.
but Usher been solo though.
Yeah, Usher been solo, and to me, I feel like Usher knows he can. Let's do a battle where you don't know who gonna win.
That's a wash. He
That
gonna
is
smash
he gonna
JT.
smash Justin
Even though
Timberlake.
JT got some big features on other
He
people's
do.
songs.
He got some good songs.
Usher's gonna wash him.
Even he could play his NSYNC song because NSYNC songs
He's gonna get washed.
He definitely is. I agree with you on that. I definitely agree with you on that. And I just feel like Chris Brown and Usher makes more sense. We don't know who gonna win that battle. I think Chris Brown. I'm going with Chris Brown.
That'll be good.
But that battle would make more sense. It's like new school versus
But
old
see,
school
the
versus
thing
we
is-
all.
The thing is,
JT ain't got Justin Timberlake ain't got 20 songs.
he
I'm
doesn't-
sorry.
He doesn't have 20 that you.
He
would
got
like.
NSYNC 10 of those.
But I don't think Usher wants to do the Chris Brown thing because he looks at it as a battle when it's really just supposed to be we just celebrating the music.
Yeah.
So he don't like he feel like that's his little bro, so he don't really want to do the whole.
He don't want to take the loss.
I don't really think that. I think
it'll be close though.
it's like you got to think about it. These musicians, man, they love their music. Like this stuff gets personal,
Yeah.
so it's hard for. That's why Snoop was like, if I want to battle somebody, let me battle somebody that I love,
that
Let
I
it-
F
let it
with,
be-
that I mess with.
Yeah, let it be Busta Rhymes.
I don't think Busta Rhymes and Snoop match.
But what you mean match?
Like, I don't think that's a battle that. I just think Snoop will watch him.
At first I thought so.
I'm trying to think of
At first
Busta
I
Rhymes
thought
got
so.
good music. He has good songs. I'm not taking away from Busta Rhymes.
But Busta Rhymes has been featured on a
lot of songs.
hits.
Yes, he has.
Yeah, so like is that because you got to think he been around just as long as Snoop.
But dude, is it okay to play your features when you're doing a battle?
Yes.
Yes.
Because you were a part of the
Yeah,
song.
you're on the song.
Music
Yeah,
is still
okay.
music.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
If you contributed to the music, you're still
Yeah.
a part of the music.
And most of the time, the features be really making a song.
Yes, especially some of
Sometime.
these R&B songs.
Especially. Okay, so who do you want to see next in the verses? Who do you think will be the next good? I think a group. I think Jagged at 112 that they said will be great.
Well, I want to see some West Coast. I think they leaving out the West Coast, so I need.
They said they want to put in the West Coast, though.
For
I heard
sure.
was talking
And
about that.
and I'm with it.
Who would
But,
you go for West Coast, though?
I mean, let's get Snoop out there for sure.
I think Snoop could do it.
But Snoop was bigging up his big homie. Cube needs to be on that.
Yeah.
Snoop looked at it like,
I
hey,
like Ice Cube.
Hey, Cube was a big homie then. So Swiss was like, "Why you think Cube?" Because he wasn't thinking back. He was like, "You forgot."
NWA.
Cube wrote the whole Boys in the Hood album.
Right.
He was like, "Don't forget that." Then he was like,
he's a real lyricist.
He did Kill It Will. He did.
America's Most Wanted.
America's Most Wanted. Like
he got a lot. He even got West Side Connection. All that.
Then he got to the West Side Connection. He was like, you got to look back. He was like, okay, dude, been in the game what? Since like 87, 80, 86, something like that. Yeah, so we talking
years.
Yeah, he
Decades.
got music. Like Q got music.
He definitely got more than 20 hits.
For sure.
So, who would you pair him with if you was to pair him with anybody?
Let's just do it. Him and LL. Let's do it.
LL Cool J.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I can see that. I'm gonna go with Ice Cube though on that note.
Yeah.
But I like LL because LL got them real girl songs that
LL is tough.
I know, and he's a real rapper. I get that, but I'm gonna go Ice Cube because that's who I know. I that's the music I used to listen to from back in the day to now.
That's no problem.
Right.
And I'm gonna go with LA anyway.
But you're talking about the LL from your generation, but let's talk about the LL from back in the day when he was actually
I'm
rapping.
saying from the whole
Yeah.
my generation. He came in the same time as Ice Cube just as much. If you think about it,
Yeah,
because
they around the same time.
they came around the same time.
What's
I think
his name was
LL came a little earlier.
Yeah, a little earlier.
So he
Right.
got probably more music than him, honestly, or maybe not.
Right.
It depends on the work ethic. You never know.
Right. It is the fact that it's just that fact that when you think of LL Cool J, he switched genres. He went from actual rap
Pop.
to
He went all the way pop.
Pop, yeah. And Ice Cube low key did it. He did a little bit, but
A
not
little
really.
bit. Yeah, not too much.
Okay, y'all. So we're gonna switch it up a little bit. What do you guys feel about the Michael Jordan documentary? Because as a female watching that documentary, because I had a talk with one of my friends on social media, and she was like, "Girl, we probably the only females that like that documentary." I mean, it was interesting from the beginning from episode 1. It was the final last night, so from episode 1 to 10, I enjoyed every bit of it. I love that they showed from his past to his present, how they made him, how he became the man he is now, his growth as a person. They showed even
how petty he still is.
Yeah, how petty he is. Like, because you have to understand, these are people. Just because we name them as these celebrities, like, people act like celebrities can't do nothing, celebrities can't feel no way.
Right.
And it just shows you, like, when you in the limelight, he was the Beyonce back then. He still is.
Well, the thing about a documentary, if done right, a documentary will be better than any movie you write.
Right.
Because it's true. Everything, these are the facts. This is stuff that really happened, and it's just more compelling because it is real. This is real. It's not based on nothing. This is something that really happened.
Right.
I don't know. Just documentaries. When documentaries are done right, there's no
when they executed how they supposed to be.
They're unmatched. Documentaries are great.
So what did you like about the documentary? Because me and you watched it together. So what did you like about it?
I mean, I just like seeing a lot of the old stuff, like because I grew up on that era. So
Michael Jordan.
MJ was my guy coming up. So it was just good to see some of those highlights again and just kind of relive the nostalgia and all that. It was sweet. Then I like how they also played the music from that time during certain stuff. Like it was nice.
Well put together,
Yeah,
and nice. I like the way that they stepped away from just Michael Jordan and they showed Pimpin's story and they showed
you have to though.
What is it, Rodman's story, and they showed Kerr's story. They showed a little bit of everybody's story that has something to do with that.
Well, the thing is,
era.
It wasn't the Michael Jordan story.
It was the Bulls story.
It's the Bulls, so you got to tell about the Bulls, but Michael Jordan
is the star.
Right, he's the star. He's right. Beyonce of Destiny's Child. So,
yes.
Right.
Right, and to be fair, Michael Jordan wouldn't have been as successful as he was if he didn't have.
Yeah, that's a hell of a team. Like you couldn't have in basketball today with the salary cap, you couldn't have that team. You couldn't. It'd be too expensive.
I agree.
It'd be way too expensive.
And I don't know too much about basketball, but I know that would be hard to have those type of people on the same team. Those type of, how would you say it? Like,
well, you have Michael Jordan, the best player in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then you have Scottie Pippen, who is looked at as he was a top 3 player that wasn't a center at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Then you had, let's just go with the last 3 years. Then you have Dennis Rodman, the best rebounder and one of the best low post defenders in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then you got Harper.
Harper.
You got Harper, who at one point in time was second in the league in scoring behind MJ back in the day. And then you got Tony Kukoc, who was at the time the best European player in the world. Okay, then you had Steve Kerr. A lot of people sleep on Steve Kerr, but percentage-wise, he's one of the greatest three-point shooters of all time. So
you know what?
You couldn't afford this team.
Yeah.
You couldn't afford this team today.
You know what I liked about that?
And you got Phil Jackson.
I like that. And Phil Jackson was you know what I liked about Phil Jackson? I'm sorry, Rushy, before I forget. What I liked about Phil Jackson is he was about the team and he wasn't about just Michael. He knew who the star was, but shit, it's a star in everybody when it's a team.
But you got to remember, he came up. He played in the NBA. He was a role player. Mm-hmm. So he knew he needed Michael to win, but he had to get to Michael to say, hey, ain't it been tough trying to win it all by yourself?
Yeah.
You got to include your guys.
And I like the way they showed that they wasn't backing off that how Michael Jordan was not only the leader of the Bulls, but he showed that he participated. He wanted everybody to participate just as much as he did. It wasn't just him. At first, it was about
not participating. Work as hard.
Work as hard as he did. Right.
Yeah.
So what I was saying was basically I like that they showed that he was talking about like I want everybody to win, like just how I feel. Like I don't want to be just the one that I scored all the points. He wanted everybody to be like that. But I think he had to get like that through Phil Jackson too.
Well, I don't know if Phil taught him that. Maybe
he did, because remember in the beginning they showed when he was first on Bulls,
well, but that's because,
and his first coach was making it like it's about him.
Well, I'm talking about pulling everybody else along.
Oh yeah.
Like, he worked hard. That was just his thing. Mm-hmm. And then as he coming up through the ranks, he was realizing, man, these teams are tougher than us. I'm tough, but what does that mean if my team isn't tough?
Right.
So like he said, if you don't want to play that way, don't play that way. But that's why you haven't won anything. He said, if you want to be on my team, because he felt like I put in the dues.
Yeah.
Nobody been here longer than me.
Right.
I was going through the bad years where we was barely winning and fighting and getting hurt and injured for this team. So now if you want to be on this team, you got to deal with me.
Right.
And if you can't deal with me, then get out of here, because I want people that's going to be tough-minded, tough-willed, and we trying to win.
I like that story. What about you, Rashid? Want to take before we go to break? What do you want to say about it?
Well, we all know that one, Scottie Pippen was truly underpaid, but
yeah, that's kind of his fault though.
Yeah, that was kind of his fault though. But when you look at the trials and tribulations that Michael Jordan went through, you draw some symmetry to both Kobe and LeBron as far as their overall struggles. Because for Kobe to be successful, he has Shaq. And then after Shaq left, back on my mom, he was able to find success with Powell, and
nobody wins championships by themselves.
Right.
Period.
Nobody. So the thing Kobe had to realize is, because watching this, if you pay attention, if you know Kobe's history and you watch this, you understand what happened after that 2008 season when the Lakers got punked by the Celtics. You understand that, yes, Kobe did lean on Michael Jordan, and that's why Kobe started being hard on his teammates, because you can tell he got that information from MJ, because he started being real hard on his teammates, and his teammates kind of bucked back, but look what they got him. They won 2 rings.
And that it just showed, the whole Michael Jordan thing just shows you that not only I in a team or nothing like that, but just the whole thing. It's very hard to be who you are, to be bigger than life. People look at you as bigger than life. You have to be this person, that person, this person. And people want that so bad, but when you see it, do you really want it? Because he had to be in that house more mentally, thinking about what he got to do, what he got to accomplish, what he got to feel, compared to what he really want to do. He wanted to just play basketball and enjoy himself. It started being more than that. Well, and it wasn't even social media back then.
He became such a star that he couldn't go any. He couldn't go. He had to have his people call the grocery store after hours so he can go shop just for have food at his house. That's crazy.
That's horrible. That's a horrible way of living, because I couldn't even do it. I don't even like going to the grocery store right now.
What I did see that had me cracking up, Them last 2 years, MJ was living it up. He was smoking cigars, drinking brews.
He's like, I had a few beers.
and now he had practice
early in the morning.
He still had practice running harder than anybody else.
Mm-hmm. And you see how Dennis Rodman, he was still running hard, even though he came and did what he did, and just that whole story was good.
Rodman was different.
Yeah. So we're going to go to a song. Let's go to EI with Nelly. We playing Nelly versus Luda.
Wow.
We're going to give it to Luda. We playing it because it's the verses and I'm for the culture. So we're going to play Nelly EI.
Because he won.
No, we're going to play Nelly because I love Nelly too.
See?
Nelly wasn't horrible, but he was bad. But anyway, down to the Wi-Fi. Go ahead.
And just, being able to...
You got to be skilled, plain and simple.
Right. Back in my,
Oh, they having a little basketball conversation.
I'm sorry.
He turned it on. He could have stopped. He could have waited. I'm sorry. Okay, guys. So we're back. You know what? I got some topics for y'all. I always got the topics for y'all. So the first topic today, with some Facebook feedback, is why is it so hard for people to apologize? Sherard, I'm gonna start with you. Why is it so hard for people to apologize? What you think?
People have too much pride.
You think it's about pride?
For sure. Everybody, I ain't no punk. I ain't gotta apologize for what? You be dead wrong. No, you need to apologize.
Sometimes sometimes it's not about pride though.
What is it about?
Sometimes it's like, I don't know if you would call it pride. Like sometimes I don't want to apologize for everything. Like I don't think everything needs an apology.
Okay. That's how you feel.
Right.
But what you done to that other person, they may feel like they need an apology.
True. So, honestly, my whole thing is, have you ever apologized for something that you felt like I should just apologize because it's the right thing to do? Or did you ever apologize because
that's what it should be anyway.
For everything?
Yeah. If it's the right thing to do.
What if you weren't the problem?
Then that means you don't need to apologize if you weren't the problem. Why would you need to apologize if you weren't the problem?
You said that it's the right thing to do. Sometimes you're not the problem and you apologizing just to cool things down.
But if you didn't do anything, if you're not the problem, then what are you apologizing for?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
Well, what are you saying? You're asking me. I'm asking you a question. Give me a scenario.
Okay, I'll give you a scenario
where you would apologize just because.
I apologize to many of people because I felt sometimes, okay, just say it's a coworker and you apologize because of the way you probably dealing with your own self or whatever and you bring it out on somebody.
Well, I mean, you did something wrong.
You did something wrong. Okay. That's not even a good one.
Yeah.
Let me give you a good one. Oh, let's do Insecure. Talk about Insecure. Molly and Issa. That's our example.
Issa did something wrong.
Okay, what do you feel like she did? If you don't watch Insecure, hold on. Let me start the scene. HBO, Insecure, Issa Rae, she has a show called Insecure, and her best friend and her had an argument. And basically the argument was something about basically she didn't want to help her with a situation. And they just been battling for a long time. But if you ain't watched it, why shouldn't Issa, should Issa apologize first?
Molly told her, I'm not going to help you with this. I don't want to involve my boyfriend in this. Mm-hmm. But then you go, okay. Then you take you go backdoor her. You backdoor her.
Not backdoor her. Don't set the scene like she backdoored her.
That's what she did.
Okay, go ahead. I'll let you finish.
She went to the dude that she was talking to, who knows Molly's boyfriend. So she backdoored her. She went on another channel when Molly told you, I don't want to involve my boyfriend in this. She told you that, but you still did it anyway. You're wrong.
Okay, I'm going to set the scene. They already were battling in the first place. They're friends. They had a relationship where they kind of was one, I don't know, whatever. Make story short. Molly told her that she did not want her boyfriend involved because she didn't want to help Issa out because she didn't want her boyfriend involved. She didn't want to involve her boyfriend. Right? Am I saying it right so far?
Yeah.
How was she backhanding her by finding another way to?
She went back door.
Okay, she went back door. Let me just say this: her and the guy been talking to Issa and this guy, which is the guy that's involved, the boyfriend, been friends for a long time. The guy which is Nathan, that Issa was talking to, didn't want to. It had nothing to do with involving Molly. So why would you be mad?
It wasn't about involving Molly. Molly, if your girlfriend tells you don't bother my boyfriend with this. Leave it out. We already on outs. We already got a little friction. Hold on. We already got a little friction. Then she tells you, I don't want to involve my boyfriend with this.
With her. She said with her. She didn't say nothing about with other people.
She said, I don't want to involve my boyfriend.
She said, I didn't want to ask my boyfriend. Okay, I don't want to ask my boyfriend. So if my dude is your boyfriend friend, what was wrong with him asking for you?
So now you're going to go behind my back.
You didn't go behind her back because he offered. Okay, if the friend offered to help you to ask the friend.
Still, Molly had already told her.
Still a roundabout way.
Yeah, Molly still told her.
Okay. My thing is, Molly, honestly, you think she didn't help her because she was mad at her?
Don't matter.
Previously?
Don't matter.
No, yes, it does.
Don't matter.
Yes, it does.
Doesn't matter.
It does matter. If my friend is mad at me previously and don't want to help me out because she's mad at me about some other shit, then that's your way of telling me you don't want to help me because I don't really like you right now, or you don't want to help me because you really didn't want to involve my boyfriend.
Don't matter.
Now, first of all, honestly, you are right about that. I wouldn't have went about it that way, but you think she should have been angry enough to cuss her out in front of everybody and at her own event?
Hey, wherever you make the stage, that's where I'm gonna perform.
Oh, that's how you feel.
That's how she felt.
So would you?
That's how she felt.
Okay, my question is to you, for you.
Doesn't
the question
matter. We talking about what happened. You. But this is what happened.
That's what happened. I'm asking you.
I don't know what I would have done.
Okay, so just say that. Yeah. My thing is, yes, if my friend didn't want to involve her boyfriend in the situation I'm handling, I wouldn't involve her boyfriend. You're right about that. But if a guy I am talking to is best friends with her boyfriend and he said, I'll help you out, and he did it, why are you mad at Issa about that? He did it. He wanted to get back good with his girlfriend. He wanted to get back good with Issa. That's why he helped her out. Really.
Is it still involving the same person?
Is it involving Molly, though?
But is it still involving the same person?
Just asking you a question. Is it involving Molly?
Yes, that's her boyfriend, right?
That's not her boyfriend. That's her boo.
Okay, whatever you want to say.
She's in a situationship.
Whatever you want to say. Whatever you want to say.
It do sound bad, but if you watch the whole episode, you would get it in the episodes before that. I just feel like, honestly, I ain't going to ask nobody, man, to do nothing, to be honest. If I can't ask them, I ain't even going to. I'm going to ask my friend. If she said no, I would have backed off. But that ain't no reason to come at me foul at my own event. She didn't even believe in her in the first place, to be honest with you.
Okay, but here's the bottom line, though. Like, if you're asked not to involve the boyfriend, and then you go to your boyfriend who then involves the other boyfriend.
Dead wrong. You dead wrong.
Coincidentally, you still involved the boyfriend.
You went back door.
But through your boyfriend.
Pause. You went back door. Pause.
This is my thing. I hear y'all. You guys think she was totally wrong for involving the boyfriend.
I'm telling you, because you're Team Issa. We all know that.
But I'm team whoever's right. I'm team for right.
Sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes.
Oh, he trying to be funny acting right now. He know I'm team for right, y'all. He trying to be funny acting.
You're Team Issa, so you're so mad because Molly blew up her spot, right? She was having a great day, this and that. But low key, yeah, Molly could have handled that better.
Thank you. That's all I'm trying to say. That's my whole point. I'm not saying Issa wasn't wrong. I'm saying she should have handled it differently.
She could have handled it that way as well.
Okay, so question to you again. So if, just say me, I was in a situation where me and my friend don't get along or whatever, and she been picking at me about stuff, and I blow up at her, but at the wrong time. Am I wrong? Should I apologize first?
I don't know. See, if I don't see the picking, then what? Okay.
My question to you is, if I'm telling you someone's been effing with me for a minute, and I finally just blow up at them, but I blow up at them at the wrong time. Am I wrong?
Why you got to blow up, though?
Because I'm asking you.
Why you just can't
That's
say,
what Molly did. She blew up.
Why you can't say stop picking at me?
No, that's not. No. Sometimes people know what they're doing and act like they don't know what they're doing. Please don't say stop picking at me. You know how the game goes. With friends, honestly. People will keep fucking with you until you cuss them out, and then they be saying you crazy after you cuss them out.
Sound like that's not your friend.
It sound like it, so Molly was not her friend.
Right.
What you saying?
They not friends like that.
If Issa tells you, if Molly, see, we keep going over this. Don't involve my boyfriend.
I don't want you, I'm not going to involve him with you. She said, I don't want to involve him
So
with me.
then you go back.
But
So now
why you keep
go
saying
around.
then you go when
That's
somebody...
what she did.
Let me tell you something. If somebody offered to help, that's a different story from you asking. She didn't ask Nathan.
Don't matter. She said, Molly said, off limits. I'm not going to do this. Off limits.
Me.
So,
but if her
okay.
boyfriend did that, then...
So then what you do? You go, you find another way around. You go, you
No.
backdoor the situation. That's what she did.
She didn't find another way around if somebody offered it to her.
That's what, if that's what you want to
That
say.
man wanted to get back
She
with
still
her.
could have said, you know what? Nah, Molly told me. So I'm a...
You're right.
I'ma try something
You're right.
else. I'ma
I
try
give you that.
something
I'm
else.
not team. I'm team for right. And I just felt like the way she handled it. And
Sounds like you want to be mad at Molly.
I want to be mad at Molly because I hate when friendships build up until it gets bigger than what it's supposed to be.
But you know
that
what?
could have been handled
You know what's
totally
cold,
different.
Though? You know what's cold though? Since you want to talk about the show, right? All Issa had to do, because remember she was supposed to show up for Thanksgiving or whatever, and sit down and have some pie, and so they can talk out their relationship. Everything would have been cool, but she decided not to. She let it linger. So guess what?
So Molly
when it
wasn't wrong to
lingered-
let it linger
so
either.
when it lingered, that's what you get sometimes.
Okay, so it doesn't even matter who apologizes first, who reaches out first. It just matters if it's apology, right?
Yeah,
So why are you putting it all on Issa right now?
because Issa was.
But
being
before
wrong.
that,
Issa was
why are you
wrong.
saying that? Why she didn't sit down with her and all that? Why Molly couldn't hit her up and say, I want to talk to you?
They did. You forget? They was at the grocery store. They said they gonna meet up.
And
They gonna
Issa
have
didn't
some
do
pie.
nothing.
Hold
Okay,
on.
so I
They said
heard
they
that
gonna have
part.
some
I
pie,
heard that part.
but she didn't go.
Okay, so if that's the case and you still felt some way, why didn't you reach out to your friend and say the next day, let's sit down and talk? Are you available?
Both of them know that they already feeling some kind of way.
Okay, well, let's do some Facebook reasons why people don't apologize, okay?
And they trash individuals.
People said people are just cold-hearted.
Trash.
Do you think people are cold-hearted?
No, they're just trash individuals.
That's not being... Just because you don't apologize, I know it's probably a situation in your life that you wish you would have apologized about, that you feel like you was wrong.
I apologize though. I don't have a problem.
You
with it.
never... So you never not gave nobody an apology that they deserved.
I'm not gonna say never.
Exactly, because everybody has.
But look, if our situation is just done, then what am I apologize for? F you, I'm out.
Okay, so my thing is, everyone's been in a situation where they didn't apologize because they was feeling some way about that person anyway.
But if we're done, what I'm gonna say? Oh, I'm sorry, bro, but I'm not gonna mess with you no more.
Well, somebody said people are cold-hearted. Somebody said don't want to be wrong. That's a lot of reasons why people don't
Trash
apologize.
individual.
You can't call people trash individuals because they don't apologize.
Because they don't want to be wrong. Because
Yeah, that's
I
bad.
know.
That's not a trash individual.
I know.
Sometimes people don't have growth, though. Some people don't show growth and don't
you're
have
trash.
it. Okay, that's not trash.
That's
it takes
ego.
people longer
That's-
time.
That's trash like.
Okay, yeah. Trash like.
Someone said that's just stubborn and not immature, and
Trash.
very immature. Bad characteristics.
Bad characteristics, yeah. Trash.
I always say that word wrong, but I know how to say it. I say it wrong all the time. Somebody said, who, women? Because that's the only people that don't like to apologize. Are y'all laughing? Because that's not funny. Because we apologize more than men.
He busting up. He clowning.
Turn your mic low. Because
He busting up.
I don't like y'all. Anyway.
Sugar and spice and everything nice.
Someone
huh?
said,
Powerpuff Girls.
because we have sinful natures.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Trash.
Yeah, we're embodied by sin. If we look at Bible.
So a lot of people said prideful, and that's just what it is. We're never going to get to that conclusion of why people don't apologize. Just if you're wrong and if you feel wrong in a situation, you should apologize. Now let's hit some Luda now. Move, get out the way. And this was a song when I went to high school. We played that on the way to, like when we pulled up to a party, we was trash. We played this song to tell people to move out the way while we pulling up. What's up, Marchette? What's up, Terry and Starling? It was funny to me. That's what we did. We was 15, okay, in the car. Play the song. Welcome back to G Vibes. Sex symbol. Mr. Cole was bomb back then. I don't know what happened. He just got caught up in a bunch of stuff, and he ain't never been.
Tripper.
Drugs, alcohol,
You think drugs and alcohol?
Did you see him?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was out here tripping.
Okay, so guys, I got another topic for everybody. Friends with benefits. Why does it always go left?
Does it? Does it always go left?
It does. I don't never hear a story with friends with benefits that it goes right.
Because with friends with benefits, over time, when you actually have...
It's not supposed to last a long time.
Right. It's not supposed to. It's not supposed to. Because
a month or two, that's it.
Well, Sherard, how do you feel with friends with benefits? Have you ever had a situation where you have friends with benefits?
I've had it go bad and I've had it go cool.
Oh, so you had a good and a bad experience.
Yeah.
Your bad experience, what ended it?
It lasted too long.
It's how long? Why is it a time limit on friends with benefits?
If it lasts too long, everybody start catching feelings. It turns into a relationship, actually.
Yeah.
Right, because friends with benefits is only supposed to be for physical.
That's it.
It's not
supposed to be emotional.
Yeah, but a lot of people make it emotional, and I think
that's the problem.
Okay, so who says what is supposed to be? What is supposed to be? Friends with benefits can be physical, but to me, to have sex with somebody, you have to have some type of feelings for them.
Some do and some don't.
A lot of people feel that way because this is what some people said on Facebook.
I mean,
feedback. We're gonna start with this.
I mean, look at the industry.
Somebody catches feelings. That's literally the one thing that make really everything go left. Like you guys says. Then one guy said, people don't want to just stay in a right lane. You were sex with benefits, and you should know what that is.
Somebody start catching feelings.
Yeah. So most people said catching feelings, but then somebody said people don't get the memo in the beginning. They think that eventually they'll turn into a relationship. True, but some people turn into a relationship. Sherard, I know you know a friend that's turned from sex with benefits into a relationship.
No.
None?
No.
Oh, well, you one man out of a whole lot of men.
Yeah.
That's just because that dude, if it's really supposed to be just friends with benefits, that's all it's just not supposed to last that long. Period.
Right.
Period.
Okay, somebody said people aren't honest with themselves. They really be wanting a relationship and just go into a sex with benefits because the other person wants that.
Yeah, true.
That is true. Sometimes we'll get in situations in a whole relationship with people knowing what they don't want, and you feel like you can make them want that, and then it goes left from there.
Then she be mad. All dudes is dogs. They ain't nothing.
Somebody said it's never just sex. It's mostly emotional.
For her or them.
That's a guy that said that.
Well,
Wow.
well, because that's what kills.
That he got.
That's what kills friends with benefits.
You think so?
Yeah, 9 out of 10. I won't say 10 out of 10. I'll say 9 out of 10.
Yo. Majority of the time is usually when you catch feelings.
Yeah.
And as soon as you
Definitely.
catch feelings, it's no longer
It's
friends.
over.
It's no longer
It's over.
friends with benefits, and that's when you start trying to put limitations.
Especially when the other person is still like, whoa.
Okay, sometimes people have friends with benefits and be in a relationship, in a real relationship with people, but be on the side with friends and benefits.
That's called,
I mean, that's called cheating. But at the same time, people be having a whole relationship and have somebody that they just having sex with for sometime a long time.
Okay.
I mean,
but they like, hey, you really can't catch feelings for that person because you got to go home to that person.
But yes, you sometimes mostly can, because if you're sleeping with somebody else, you clearly don't like who you with, and you don't probably want to leave that person alone too.
Well,
it be like that.
Well,
this is real life, grown woman, grown man talk.
Well, then you are in a messed up situation.
A lot of people don't want to admit that when they go into situations with friends and benefits, they actually really like the person.
Okay,
like them. Like I like you. I just don't want to see what your thing do. I kind of want to see what you about.
Physically attracted.
Okay, then.
What do you be when you first meet somebody? Sorry, Rashid. Who do you be when you first meet somebody?
Yeah, okay, physically attracted. But
yeah, so
what if I meet you and I'm like, I don't really like her personality.
But I like her vagina.
Well, I don't know. But, she still look good to me.
Okay, what you was trying to say, Rashid?
I mean, to actually reround off what he's saying, like, you could have a bomb-looking body,
Right.
But if your personality is that of a donkey,
But if you friends with benefits, you don't care about the female or the male's personality.
That's
you
what
care
I'm
about
saying.
the physical. So
that's why it's friends with benefits.
right?
so friends with benefits.
Because you tried to throw in, but when you first meet somebody, what you
it is all about physical.
right.
Right.
So how do you determine? I mean, do you have that conversation? Like, okay,
As you should.
should we all have a conversation when we're talking friends and benefits? A lot of people don't have the conversation. It just ends up being like that. Should you have a conversation as a male?
Then they not friends and benefits.
Nah.
You got to set boundaries. You have to set
That's
boundaries.
a scary conversation, though.
Well, but
You know
a
why?
lot of conversations are scary.
Yeah, it is.
But they need to be had.
Okay, so my question to you, as a man, Sherard, and I want you to be honest, have you ever had sex with benefits and you felt like, damn, I need to have this conversation because I think she feeling too much of, we're not going that route?
Right. So the first time it happened, right, there was no conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And then when stuff started going left, I was like, whoa.
She getting mad at stuff.
Yeah. Hold on. You tripping off stuff that you shouldn't be tripping off of. So now if that was at times after that, it's like, hey, off jump. Hey, you know what this is. So when you start or when she starts to feel, you be like, whoa. You going too far.
But isn't that scary to have with a female when you already know she's emotional about you anyway, or feel some way about you?
It's time to go.
But how do you let that go? Even a male, because a male can feel the
Let it
same.
go?
What I'm saying is, even men can get those feelings
For
too.
sure. I'm not saying they don't.
Of course.
I'm not
Yeah,
saying they
but
don't.
That's called whipped.
But even if you start, you be like, whoa, you gotta check yourself and be like, whoa, let me pull back.
But what if you want to pull forward and see where it go?
Well, what if she don't? I mean, you can speak up on it. And if she be like, nah, we just kick
Do
it.
you feel like with friends with benefits, you should always have a conversation so nobody won't feel weird and all that stuff like that, or
Communication
just
is key with
it's to
any kind of
everything? You're right.
relationship.
You're right.
You gotta talk.
You know what? It's 6:50, so we're gonna go to another song. When we come back, we're gonna be leaving this joint. You know, I'm gonna miss y'all. This episode 36. Okay. Hi guys. Okay, turn that down all the way because YouTube be messing with me sometime. Hey guys, we are back, and that was episode 36. Make sure you tune in every week because sooner or later I'll be telling you when we'll be getting ready for our 50th episode, and we'll be doing our first giveaway on G Vibes. Is y'all ready? I hope y'all ready. And next week I'm gonna be doing a call. I'm gonna be calling some people. I told 2 or 3 people I'm calling them to ask them some questions, and we're gonna bring that to G Vibes as well. Make sure you follow my Instagram at G Vibes, my Facebook at Janine Alexander, my YouTube at G Vibes. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. And make sure you guys stay safe and be careful. Do you have anything to leave us with, Sherard?
Hey, man, just at this time, leave a little earlier, be patient, have some courtesy. There's a lot of older people out trying to get stuff that they need. Just, be a better people person right now. It's needed.
Yes. And thank you for tuning in every Monday, 6 to 7 p.m. on the cellularradio.net. And make sure you tune in for next week's episode 37. You don't want to miss it. Have a good night. We're going to leave off with a Luda song, and that's it.